Hi, I'm Federal Mayor Jim Farrell. This summer, Federal Way will play host to several major events. In June, the International Underwater Robotics Competition will be held at the King County Aquatic Center, bringing together teams from across the nation and the globe. A significant event that in part will occur in Federal Way is the 2018 USA Games for Special Olympics, July 1st through the 6th. Joining me is Beth Knox, President and CEO of the 2018 USA Games for Special Olympics. Welcome to Federal Way.
Thank you so much.
First off, can you talk a little bit about the USA Games and what we can expect?
Well, it's a significant event that's going to be coming to the Puget Sound region. We will be bringing athletes from every state in the country who are competing at the national level for the USA Games. They'll be bringing with them their coaches, their families, and they're all coming to Seattle area to show that all the way that they can compete and hopefully bring home gold medals.
That's great, absolutely. You know, the USA Games are in Western Washington this year. Can you talk a little bit about the schedule for the Games and all the different participating communities?
Absolutely. So the first primary event will be Welcome Day, when all the athletes arrive at SeaTac Airport. And we will have lots of volunteers and bands and people there to welcome them and really congratulate them for coming to Washington State and competing at the Games. Next up will be the opening ceremony on July 1st, and that's the really significant event where we get to turn out in force to say welcome to Seattle, welcome to Washington, and being part of this event. It'll take place at Husky Stadium at the University of Washington.
It's a great venue.
Our goal is to fill that stadium and really show our welcome to them. From that point, we will have competitions all week long. Tuesday through Friday, and Monday through Friday, and at all these different venues. So there'll be lots of activities. We'll have unified sports experiences where people can participate and actually play on the field with the athletes.
Oh, that's great.
We'll have some 4th of July celebrations, both here in Federal Way as well as in Seattle. And then folks can also join us on Thursday night, July 5th, for Special Olympics Night at the Mariners.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and cheering on the Mariners, but also doing it with the athletes and their coaches and families. We'll wrap it up on Friday, July 6th, which will be in Lake Union Park, which is next to Mohi of South Lake Union, and that will be our closing ceremony. It's a free event to bring people out so that they can say, again, congratulations and farewell as they head back to their home state.
Can you tell us about what kind of sports are involved?
So there are 14 sports, and they will take place throughout the Puget Sound region. We will have everything from basketball to flag football to bocce ball, tennis, swimming, of course, here in Federal Way, and softball at Celebration Park in Federal Way. So a lot of sports. Golf will be out in Redmond, bowling in Kenmore. And wrapping it up, we'll have gymnastics at Seattle Pacific University.
It really is throughout the entire Puget Sound. That's
Yes.
great. Can you talk us some of the metrics and what impacts in regard to number of participants, coaches, how many people are headed to the Puget Sound?
It's going to be 3,000 athletes, so a lot of folks coming in, and then another 1,000 coaches. Here in Federal Way, we'll have about 200 or so athletes in each softball and swimming. But throughout the week, they will, the various teams, of course, vary in their numbers. But we're also expecting another 10,000 family members and friends who will be coming to cheer them on. Of course, then there's all the fans here in the Puget Sound region who will also be turning out to cheer them on.
Right.
That's going to be 50,000 plus people that will be out there.
Oh, that's great. And here in Federal Way, we're so proud of our ball fields, and they're just so well manicured and so well taken care of by our parks crews. And we've got the beautiful Weyerhaeuser King County Aquatic Center, which is just a beautiful, it was at one point qualifying for the Olympic dive trials for the 2012 Olympics. What does it take to be a Special Olympian?
Well, first of all, you have to be 8 years or older to participate in Special Olympics or to compete. And of course, Special Olympics is for athletes with intellectual disabilities. Often people confuse Paralympics, which is for physical disabilities, with Special Olympics. So we are bringing athletes who have participated in their state program. Every state has their own Special Olympics accredited program. They will compete at the local level, regional, and onto the state. And those who have qualified with a gold medal in their state program are eligible to come to the USA Games. So that's what it takes to be eligible, and then they will come and compete here. Our average age of a Special Olympic athlete is 26. Mm-hmm. So, but we have the youngest is going to be 9 years old,
oh, that's great.
competing in gymnastics, and then our oldest is going to be 72.
Oh
so
my
we
gosh.
have the full gamut.
Yeah, when you said average, I thought, my goodness, you've got the real span.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of moving parts. What keeps you up at night thinking about bringing all this together?
Oh, well, you know, when you run a city, and sleep is not something that we get a lot of. So really it's about the experience. We want to make sure that we have covered every detail for the athletes. This needs to be the premier experience that they are having, hopefully in their lifetime. But also for the families who are coming here, they're traveling across the country. We want to make sure that this is just a phenomenal event and experience for them. So I worry about those details to make sure that we have covered all of those aspects to make it as perfect as possible.
That's great. Now, for those watching, or for those who hear about this, how can they help? How can they volunteer?
Well, we would love to have the people volunteer. We need over 10,000 volunteers, and we've actually just crested that number, but we still need more.
10,000?
10,000.
Wow.
So it takes a lot of people to make this event successful. So there's still volunteer openings, specifically on the 4th of July, actually, so we could use help there. But also always as fans in the stands, cheering on the athletes, making them feel that they have a real cheer squad here, especially for those who have come from far away. We'll have material so that they can make signs and either on site or they can bring it from home and really help the athletes feel special.
And that way, when they're getting ready to compete or when they're in the midst of it, they can really feel that support with them. That is really important.
It's an incredible feeling when you get to cheer them on, and that gives them great joy. Helps them compete at a higher level.
Well, that's right. That's right. And I guess that's true in every part of our lives, having people there as a support system. So how do people learn more about this? If they wanted, where would you suggest people go to learn more about?
Our website has all the information that they would need. So that is SpecialOlympicsUSAGames.org. And it will have information on the competition schedule, so you can choose where you want to show up to cheer on your athletes. But I really hope that folks turn out for opening ceremony on July 1st. Tickets, excellent. Tickets are only $20 for general admission, and it's just a great way to really kick off the week-long of competition with a huge show of support. We'll also be broadcasting the opening ceremonies for those who can't be there, and it will be broadcast on ABC. So it's a phenomenal opportunity to showcase on a national level what we are going to be doing here in the Puget Sound region.
Oh, that's great. It really is just amazing how far the Special Olympics have come. We're honored to host it. And Beth, I just want to say thank you so much for your work on this important thing, and thank you for coming to Federal Way.
Thank you.
For more information on Special Olympic events in Federal Way, go to visitfw.org or call the mayor's office at 253-835-2402. Thanks for watching.